Typically what happens is that an asset manager, a system owner, they'll reach out to us because they already see the writing on the wall. Mostly is it's a central inverter. So these were these big bulky inverters. It's what converts the DC to AC for those folks who might not be in our industry. But it's not what you see on your residential home. These things are like massive. They're like the size of a big green transformer, right? Or bigger in some case. And so that's what we call a central inverter. These central inverters, again, being installed 10, 15 plus years ago, most of them, sadly, those manufacturers are no longer in business. So the warranties are void. There are no replaceable parts. It's been a bit of a black eye in the solar industry that we were having manufacturers left and right go out of business, and then that warranty and those very, very proprietary hardware and software and technology is no longer available. So these asset managers, they've actually done pretty good at being able to salvage and source parts from other aging inverters that are coming offline. One inverter will blow up or totally go kaboom. Well, they'll go in and we'll scrap all of the internal parts and then hold them and then try to use them as parts to keep the rest of the fleet alive. Well, eventually you can only do that so many times. And the smarter asset managers, they're realizing, okay, well, it's only a matter of time before we can no longer continue to service this inverter with parts. And so what's the long-term solution? And the long-term solution is what we call repower, which can be a lot of things. A lot of folks think of repower as I'm going to get rid of the system entirely and bring in something new. That's not the case. At least that's not what a firm that is dedicated to expanding the life of the system is recommending. We recommend look at the system holistically and figure out what can be left in place and what needs to be repowered or replaced. For instance, the project that you saw, the racking was in good shape. We went through some value engineering to make sure that it could still last another 20 years. But that was the only thing that was good. The solar panels were 75-watt panels. So the panels had to be replaced. The DC wiring has to be replaced. The combiner boxes, all the way to the central inverters, and even the transformers and the switch gears had to have been replaced. And so we go in there surgically and we recommend, okay, this can be left in place. This needs to be replaced. Here's a rough order magnitude estimate, and we help with the engineering all the way to the execution. That's the process. You come to us with the system, show us some of those metrics. Is the system performing well? They're smart investors. They're tracking their assets. What they need is a specialist to come in and being able to tell them from boots on the ground, no, don't do this, do this. We'll save money here. And this is the safer, most feasible way to get some more power and a longer life on this investment.